So, what's my thought on the Apple event that just happened today morning? So, it was not a drastic game changer kind of announcement, but it was improvements and increments to what already exists. And that is how I view it. And given the fact that technology is advancing at such an amazing rate, it's really hard to make an amazing drastic change and to stand out, which is why I believe that Apple is not really focused on doing something crazy and drastic. They just want to refine what they already have in the best way possible and implement it in the best way that they can. And the way they implement obviously makes people think that, oh, I never imagined it like this. So I've been pretty happy with all the previous Apple events and what they've announced in terms of like the incremental updates, whether it be on software or hardware. And this event as well, I was going at it with the same mindset because I wasn't hoping there's going to be a groundbreaking design change or something like that. Incremental updates and definitely better implementation of what already exists, whether it be in the iPhone or somewhere out there in the market. And Apple definitely delivered because I'm talking about the iPhone 14 and mostly the Pro models. The camera is up from 12 megapixel to 48 megapixel. And I know that megapixel doesn't really matter when it comes to taking photos. It depends on the shooter. It depends on how you shoot. It depends on how you can manipulate the photo after you've taken it when you're editing it and all that good stuff. But giving the higher resolution and being able to take like in the pro mode you can like take a 48 megapixel photo. It captures a lot of detail. It gives you much control when you're trying to edit that in Adobe Lightroom. So for people who are really into mobile photography, they're going to be able to do so much more. In relation to another one of the feature that you can find in the iPhone 14 Pro models is the introduction of the dynamic island feature. And that is an amazing and a well implemented feature because I know like many companies have made fun of the notch in the iPhone, and Samsung, they've even made an ad about it in the past. Now they have a pill shaped notch on the 14 Pro models, and they have done such an amazing use of that notch. So it's not just there for camera and sensors, it's there for pretty much everything you do with the iPhone. Whether it be Face ID, it wraps around that notch. Whether it be playing a music and then being on your home screen, it wraps around that notch. Anything you do, it doesn't take the full screen. When you're getting a call, rather than taking a full screen, it wraps around the notch. It's such a good implementation. Always on display. Every other Android phone, it just shows like clocks and notification. You can't see anything else. Apple made it and actually on display, which is displaying everything, including your wallpaper. Just the lights are dimmed. Your refresh rate is gonna be drastically reduced to 1 hertz to save battery life. So the implementation is quite amazing. Even Carl Pei tweeted that although Apple is late to the always on display game, it is one of the best implementation of the always on display that he, Carl Pei, has seen. So it's amazing that, like Apple, yes, they are late to the party, but when they do arrive, everyone notices. And it's because of the implementation that they put. So nothing drastic in terms of announcement, but definitely something that you look at and you can be like, wow, this is a best implementation. Never thought that this was even possible. You'd think that. And as a product person, I was really able to appreciate everything that Apple was doing with this iPhone 14 Pro because the camera is one thing, but I'm mostly fascinated about the dynamic island feature because I never thought that, there would be such a use case of the notch, like take something that was being made meme of and then turn it into something that people can only praise about. So even Android people in Twitter, I was like, they were appreciating the fact that Apple did something amazing with the notch. So it was too good to see that. And when I did see it live during the Apple event on YouTube, I was like blown away. Like, yeah, it's not a design changing thing. It's not something that, Android people can make use of, but for iPhone users, it's an amazing feature. Any Android person that would be like, oh, the notch is this, notch is that. There is a use case now. It's not just there for camera and sensors. It pretty much, like houses everything. Your phone calls, it's there. You're playing music and you're on your home screen. It's there. You can click on it to access it as well. It's interactive. It's amazing. All in all, I really like the implementation that Apple did this year, as well as they've done in the past year. So it's pretty good to see that Apple, although they're coming late to the party, they're really enhancing and improving the experience of how things should be and how things can be made better. So it was pretty good. I'll leave it at that for the moment. I might make another video leaving my feedback or thoughts on the Apple Watch Ultra or something, but for the moment, I'll leave it at that. Until next time, peace.